Hi and welcome to Wealth. I'm Chris Hall, and today I'll be going over our buy-to-let deal analyzer as well as our sandwich option calculator, which are tools we use every day to work out whether a deal is right for us or right for one of our partners. You can get these on the download from our website, which is wealth.com. Just head over there and download them, or subscribe to our mailing list and get our free book, which is the Super Secret Investment Strategies Guide, which will give you more information about sandwich options, joint venture deals, and also rent-to-rent deals as well. So make sure you check that out. It's available for free. Like I say, just enter your email address and I'll send it straight over to you. On to this then, the buy-to-let deal analyzer. We use this when we're going to find a property that we're actually going to buy, and we're going to let it out, as it says. We basically plug in the numbers that's the market value, what we're going to pay below, as well as how much the bank needs for deposits, any refurb costs, and etc. And it comes up with how much the monthly mortgage is going to be. Nice and simple. Tells us what we need, what we're going to need to cover it with the rent, and we can work out based on the local market whether we can make enough, whether we're paying over the odds or whatever, whether they're charging over the odds. We then stick in the amount of rental income that we're expecting. Maybe it's for each of the rooms, or maybe as the whole dwelling. If it's a single family unit, sticking how much we're going to want to make on the rents. Then it comes up with the potential annual income. Then we sort of work out how much occupancy we're going to get. We usually put it around 70% as it is there, just because you're never going to get to 100%. But you might get 70. If you get any below that, you might want to rethink your strategy of being a landlord. Really, should be able to keep your tenants happy at least 70% of the time. Then what we're going to do is we're going to stick in any costs that we're going to incur. So management on this, we're going to cover. We're going to have any legal, maintenance, insurance, bills. The best thing to do on this is to make them quite conservative. So put them over the odds on this and below the odds on the rental income. So then you're not going to be surprised if you don't make as much as you think you're going to make at the beginning. Then what it does is it spits out a couple of figures for you. It comes out with your yearly expenditure, which is your monthly mortgage plus all of those other costs. And then after that, we've got the all-important figure, how much we're going to make a year on this property, which is basically the estimated rental income minus all the expenditure. The other thing on this as well is we've put in there a little Easter egg there, and it's basically you put in how many years you're planning to hold the property, if you're going to increase it through any refurb. So if you're going to put an extension on there, maybe a garage, maybe some decking, something like that, which is going to make it more attractive in the future. Loft conversion, whatever, and then it's going to work out the estimated future value based on around about 2% per year. Again, I know that's quite conservative. The property market's booming at the moment, but again, we like to be a bit conservative on this. We don't like to have a shock at the end of the few years and realise we're not going to make $70,000 property. We're only going to make 20. It's a bit of a shock at the end of it, so we like to be a bit conservative. And then any extra is always a bonus, like they say. So hopefully that's nice and simple for you. Again, you can download this. If you have any questions about it, please email me. It's chris@wealth.com. Now on to the sandwich option calculator, which is my personal favourites. With sandwich options, you're basically going to have a lease option with somebody, so you're not technically going to buy the property, but you're going to lease it from somebody for say 5 years, and then you're going to offer to buy it after the 5 years. It's good for people who don't need the cash straight away. Maybe they need a little bit. Maybe they want to go on holiday. Maybe they're emigrating, but they can't sell their house. Motivated sellers is the key for this one. Or even if you can just find somebody who has got a property that they don't need, but they just can't sell. They don't need the money. They just want a quick sale. Just get rid of it. Don't want to have to pay the mortgage. Don't want to have to be a landlord. Anything like that. They're all out there. There's lots of them around. You just have to find them. Just ask the question. So on this one, say the market value of the property is 150,000. Now, as Chris Tarrant says, we don't want to give you that, so we're going to offer 15% below the market value. Usually, if you're doing a lease option, sometimes we tend to offer the market value just because we can make sort of back end profit on the rent and back end profit on the sale of the property afterwards. But if you can make money, definitely make money on the way in, then that's the way forward. On this one, like I say, we're going to offer 127,500. Then next level down is the option fee. The option fee is basically what we're going to give the seller to give the property to us. Basically, whatever makes them happy. Try and pay nothing if you can. But if they need a bit of money to go on holiday, they need a bit of money for Botox or whatever, then pay it to them just to get the property in itself. Trust me, it'll be worth it. On this one, say we had an option fee of £4,000. We had to give to the property owners because they wanted to go on holiday or whatever. Then the monthly option cost is basically what you're going to be doing with the lease option is you're going to be babysitting the mortgage owners or the homeowners' payments, which means essentially you want to pay as little as possible, as low down to their mortgages as you can. So say on a property like this, maybe £350, and what you're going to do next, you're going to say to them, I'll lease it for 5 years, and then I'll pay you the rest at the end of it. Nice and simple. If they say yes, happy days. Then comes the exciting part where you make all your money, or most of the money, and you go home with a lot more, not even having owned the property yourself. So the estimated value after the lease of this property, again 2% per year, we're going to be conservative, 165,000. So what we usually do, we usually sell these as a rent to buy. Seems to work for us. People who can't get a mortgage, they haven't saved for a deposit, but they want to own their own home. We offer the rent to buy service on these kind of deals. We charge £5,000 for the offer itself, which goes in our pocket, covers our fees, our solicitors, our beer money, etc. Then the monthly rent, usually we do around market value. So on a property, say it's a 3-bedroom, we're looking at around about £700 per month. What we do then is we put a option fee on top of it per month, which we usually do around £200 on a property of around about 150,000. Because it works out that at the end of the 5 years, they don't have to go and borrow any extra towards their deposit. And £200 if they're motivated to buy their own home shouldn't be too difficult to sort of save and buy and have that every month extra. Then we put on a option fee towards the final purchase price, meaning their upfront payment is £6,000 in total, a lot less than a deposit on a house, which could be 2 or 3 times that, as we showed in the previous buy-to-let deal analyzer. So that option fee then goes towards the final purchase price. We tend to put that on there as well, just to make sure they're motivated to do it. It means that they are serious about renting to buy rather than just renting. Some people come along, if you don't have that extra option fee, they'll just go, oh, it's a nice house, I'll rent it for 5 years and I won't bother buying at the end. So yeah, it's just to sort of give them an added motivation, make sure they're serious, and it looks good anyway for only having a £6,000 fee up front rather than 18 to 20,000. The final price on this, again, we usually put the estimated value, maybe a little bit more, because again, they're motivated to buy it. You can put it up more if you expect the value of the house to rise even further. Basically, that's there for whatever you want to sell the house to them at the end of the 5 years. Just please make sure that it's higher than the offer that you're going to make to your seller. So we've put in there 165,000 because of the estimated value after the lease, making it nice and simple. The lease period, you can do it for 5 years, the same as you put your lease. I tend to like to put them at either a year or 2 lower. So then if the tenant buyer isn't in a position to get a mortgage, then they've got an extra year. You can extend it without bothering the owner or the seller. And then if it needs extending further, then you can either cancel the lease, or you can ask your seller to extend it even further and make even more profit. So then it comes out with your total upfront, which is again 6,000, which is what they're going to give you up front. Their total monthly, which works out to £900, which is again the monthly rent, plus the rent towards the final price. And then the final payment after the lease, which is what they're going to have to get a mortgage on, essentially. So then the nice bits at the end, these are the profits that you're going to make on this. So option fee, which is obviously an upfront straight away in your bank payment, which will be £1,000. Then we come out with your rental profit per month, which is £350. Then it comes out with your yearly, 4,200, and the total rental profit over the 3 years that you're going to lease it to somebody. Obviously, you put out 5, it changes. It's 21,000 if you want to rent it for the entire time, and then works out the sale profit as well. So 37,500 if you sell that property for 165,000 to that tenant buyer. Very nice indeed. Then, of course, the very nice number comes up with the total profit for this deal. So this one in particular, you get 64,000 and the odd £50 in total for this deal. Not bad for an afternoon's work of ringing around estate agents and finding someone who'll do a lease deal. We've done a few of these. It does work nicely. Selling them to a tenant buyer with the extra option fee, it's over market value. They're going to end up paying for rent. All that kind of thing is occasionally difficult. But if they're serious and they want to own their own home, it's the only way they can do it. Then they're happy with that. And you can always tell them they'll be buying the property at the market value that you give them to, and it could be up to sort of 10% more, which I've put that in conservatively 165,000 likelihood is with the property market like it is. It could be a lot higher. It could be 200,000 by the time they end up buying it, in which case they're in the profit as well, aren't they? So I hope that helps. If you've got any questions, please email me at chris@eh-wealth.com. You can find us on Facebook, which is again facebook.com/ehwealth. Twitter, ehwealth, and Instagram for the funny pictures of us shaking hands with people is ehwealth as well. So yeah, please come back to me. Let me know what you think. You can download it from the EH-Wealth website, the download section, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.